it's Angie here, Nerfenstein, and today we're going to paint Thanos from Thanos Rising, which is an awesome little board game if you haven't tried it out. I'm going to start by painting him matte black. If you can spray him matte black, spray it. Or any kind of primer, I just use black. You can use whatever color you like. This is literally just covering the entire thing with black acrylic, and I'm using acrylic just for safety's sake because some enamels will have a chemical reaction with anything that feels a little rubbery, and this does feel just ever so slightly like it may. That's it. I'll speed it up for you. It's literally just covering the entire thing in a base coat. Okay, that's him all done black. You probably saw there, I'm not sure how fast the time lapse is, but the second coat that I didn't do with thick paint. I mixed a little bit of water and used sort of an ink. That was purely to get in all the tiny little cracks that are everywhere on the figure. I think I've managed to get most of them, but I'll wait for it to dry and then have another look and then ensure the entire thing is black, and then we'll crack on with the next color. It's a cool figure. I'm hoping it turns out. I haven't ruined it. We shall see. I took photos of this before I started. That's a good idea just to remind you of what colors it was. But I've also looked up some expensive statues of Thanos to try and work out what color his clothing is. And it actually looks, in this one that I found, which is really nice, that he's wearing sort of green colored pants. Not bright green, but a sort of khaki, dark green. So I'm gonna go with that. The stone that he's standing on in this statue here is dark with orange. His top looks blue, as we thought, and his skin obviously has got that sort of pinky purple tinge to it. And the rest of the bits are gold. So with that in mind, I am going to start with his top. I've already put a little bit of blue, tiny little blob here. I'm going to make that darker because his top looks quite dark. So I'm going to do it dark and then just lighten it up as I go. Better to be too dark than too light. A tiny bit of black mixed with the blue. Wipe it off the brush for the most part. And then we'll start going for it. And I'm also going to do the gold and his arms because I'll be fixing that as we go. If you haven't seen my tutorials before, when you're doing this, make sure you're going across the grain. Try not to follow the lines of the suit because you want to highlight the top layers as if the light was hitting it, sort of thing. This figure has actually got some really cool detail on it. I'm surprised. Anyway, I won't bore you. It's literally what we're going to do around all the blue area. Lightening it up as we go. Okay, that's that first bit done. I'm hoping this is showing up. I know my light's terrible. I had a choice between camera charging or my hoop light, and the camera won. Not bad for a first pass. Next up, his pants. What is this? Just dark green. As I say, I don't know if they're green. You can have a go at me in the comments if I've screwed it up, but they're green now. The most important thing here is try not to get it on the blue. I think that belt in between is gold, so we can get it on there, it's not a problem. Same thing, go gentle. His pants are probably a little bit too green. I might go over them with some tan once it's all finished, but it does differentiate it from the blue top. Hopefully you can see the detail in there. Now his boots, just start with some dark brown. Same thing, because this is going to be sort of an orangey colour. I want this a little bit more bright than his boots so they stand out. His boots have also got gold on them, but I'm doing the gold last. So boots next, dark brown. That's the rock done. It's got quite a lot of detail. It's even a little gauntlet there. I wasn't sure what that was until I've done it, but I can see it now. I might do that gold. Speaking of gold, I think gold might be the next thing that we do, because I think his boots are gold, shoulders are gold, obviously the gauntlet's gold. Actually no, purple. We'll do that next and do the gold last. Might have to tape a little bit off as well, but you can see the detail in it hopefully. It's pretty nice. I'll take some photos in better lighting obviously and stick them up at the end like I usually do. That is Thanos done from Thanos Rising. You could actually use this as a nice little action figure. It's got quite a bit of detail. It's got some strange detail. It makes me think maybe it was a 3D print, the original mold. I know Thanos has got these sort of tendony bits or scars, but this here just looks like a 3D print. Could be wrong, of course, and here also. But I kind of like the detail that gave, so I just left it. I will take some photos in better lighting and pop them up after this. I hope you've liked this little repaint. I think it's going to make the game look really cool when he's standing in the middle now. Any questions at all, just pop them in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you like board games, I love doing board game repaints of certain components. Maybe you'll find something that you like. Hope you've liked this one. It's Thanos saying Nervenstein out. Yeah, that sucked. That was a bad Thanos impersonation. Sorry.